You think time heals all wounds, that one morning you'll wake up and the person who once felt like oxygen will simply fade? But if you've ever loved deeply and lost, you know the truth is messier. The mind doesn't just let go because the calendar flipped. Love isn't stored like dates and phone numbers. It lives inside the architecture of your brain, inside the chemistry of your blood, inside the quiet corners of your habits. Forgetting someone you once called home isn't just hard. It's an act of rewiring the deepest parts of who you are. Before we dive in, pause with me for a second. If you're here because you're trying to understand why you can't stop thinking about them, or why some memories refuse to die even when you're begging for silence, know this: you are not weak, broken, or crazy. You are strong, and your brain is doing exactly what it was built to do: protect the things it once believed were essential for survival. But there is a way forward. In this video, we're going to uncover the hidden science of forgetting someone you love, why it feels impossible, why some people seem to move on faster, and how you can finally loosen the grip of memories that no longer serve you. We work insanely hard to bring you content that isn't just feel-good fluff, but research-backed truths about love, loss, and the mind. If this topic resonates even a little, hit that subscribe button and click like right now. Why? Because every tap tells the algorithm that conversations about real heartbreak deserve to be heard. It's the simplest way you can support what we're building here, and it means these videos will keep reaching the people who need them most, maybe someone exactly like you. Now, I want you to stay with me until the very end of this video. Here's why. Forgetting love isn't a single step. It's a journey through hidden psychological doors you don't even know exist yet. We'll walk through theories that explain why memories fade or refuse to fade. And I promise you, you'll leave with insights that will not only help you let go of them, but also understand yourself in a way that can change every future relationship. By the end, you won't just know how forgetting works, you'll feel a shift in the way you see the person you're trying so hard to release. Let's start with the hardest truth. The reason forgetting someone you love feels like tearing skin is because love literally rewires the brain. When you bonded with them, your brain flooded with dopamine, oxytocin, and serotonin, the same chemicals tied to addiction. That rush carved neural pathways so deep that even after the breakup, those pathways fire like phantom limbs. It's why a random song, a smell of coffee, or a street corner can feel like a sucker punch months later. Your brain isn't being cruel. It's following the very design that once helped humans stay connected to their tribe. Psychologists call this the decay theory of memory. It suggests that if a memory isn't actively rehearsed, it slowly fades. Sounds comforting, right? But here's the catch. When you keep checking their profile, replaying old conversations, or secretly hoping for a message, you're rehearsing the memory. Every revisit strengthens the neural trace instead of letting it decay. It's like watering a plant you're trying to kill. Then there's interference theory. This one gives us hope. It says new memories can push out old ones, like fresh paint covering an old wall. When you start building new routines, meeting new people, learning new skills, you're not just distracting yourself, you're literally creating interference that makes the old love less accessible. That's why the first trip without them, the first inside joke with a new friend, or even rearranging your room can feel strangely liberating. Your brain is being flooded with competing signals, and the old ones finally start to lose their grip. But forgetting isn't always a clean deletion. Sometimes it's a retrieval failure. The memory's still there, but the cues that once unlocked it, like their favorite song or the smell of their shampoo, are gone. That's why you might suddenly realize you can't remember their voices clearly or the exact shade of their eyes. It isn't that the love never existed. It's that your mind, in an act of mercy, has hidden the keys. And then comes the most controversial theory of all, motivated forgetting, also called repression. Freud believed that when a memory is too painful, the mind buries it to protect us. Some scientists argue this is rare, but anyone who's ever woken up one day to realize an old hurt feels blurred knows there's truth here. Sometimes healing isn't about working through every detail. It's about the subconscious deciding it's finally safe to stop remembering. Here's where philosophy enters the room. Nietzsche once wrote about active forgetting, not as a failure of memory, but as a kind of strength, the ability to live without being chained to yesterday. What if forgetting someone you love isn't about erasing them, but about reclaiming the power to write your own story? Think about it. Every time you choose not to check their social media, not to send that late night text, not to linger on the what if, you're practicing active forgetting. It's not that the love wasn't real. It's that your present life deserves more space than your past heartbreak. Real life proves this in small, almost invisible ways. Maybe you see someone in a cafe who once looked exactly like them, and for a split second your chest tightens, but then you notice you don't remember the exact curve of their smile anymore, or you stumble on an old photo and realize it feels like watching someone else's life. That's the quiet miracle of forgetting. It arrives not with fireworks, but with an unexpected sigh of relief. But let's be honest, some memories fight back. The brain loves patterns, and when you're lonely or stressed, it will drag out old images like comfort food. This is why it's crucial to create new neural patterns intentionally. Every new experience, learning a language, traveling to a place they've never been, even rearranging your furniture, forces your brain to carve fresh pathways. Over time, those new circuits weaken the old emotional connections until the love becomes a story you can revisit without bleeding. Here's the controversy. Do we ever truly forget someone we loved? Science leans toward no. Complete erasure isn't the goal. Instead, we integrate the memory until it loses its emotional charge. The person remains part of your narrative, but the pain no longer controls the plot. In other words, forgetting isn't about losing, it's about transforming. So what can you actually do if you're in the thick of it? First, starve the memory. Stop feeding it with digital breadcrumbs. Delete the chats, block the social feeds, hide the photos, not because you're childish, but because you're giving decay theory a fighting chance. Second, flood your mind with interference. Say yes to new experiences even when you don't feel like it. Your brain can't hold on to the old when it's busy creating the new. Third, practice active forgetting. When the thought arises, don't wrestle it, acknowledge it, then redirect your attention. Every redirection is a tiny act of freedom. And finally, give time its due. Neuroplasticity is real. The more you live, the more your brain rewires until one day you'll realize you can talk about them without the sting. Now, as we reach the end of this conversation, here's my challenge for you. If you're ready to take that first brave step toward letting go, type the word free in the comments right now. Not just for me, but for you. Because typing it isn't just a comment. It's a declaration to your own subconscious, I am releasing the past. And while you're here, please subscribe and like this video. We pour hours of research, writing, and heart into creating these deep dives so you don't have to face this journey alone. Your support isn't just numbers. It's what keeps the space alive for everyone searching for answers in the dark. Forgetting someone you love isn't about erasing them. It's about remembering yourself. It's about choosing a life so full of new experiences, new people, and new love that the past no longer feels like the only story worth telling. And that, my friend, is how you finally set yourself free. Thank you for watching. Take care and see you next time.